Halle Berry, the first African-American woman to win an Academy Award. Diane Sawyer, popular television journalist and news anchor. Oprah Winfrey, an Emmy Award-winning television talk show host and philanthropist. What do all of these successful, inspirational women have in common? They have all competed in and won pageants either on the local or national level. Beauty pageants are a degraded and dismissed part of our popular culture. For years, people have argued that pageants are meat markets focused on objectifying and degrading women. And indeed, this is true. By definition, beauty pageants will always extol feminine attractiveness. The emphasis placed on appearance both in beauty pageants and in our culture is truly unfortunate. However, some pageants are more than a competition of appearances. Indeed, many pageants attempt to look beyond the makeup, hair, and glittery accessories. I am honored to know two former beauty pageant contestants, and they are not, contrary to popular belief, ditzy, superficial girly girls. They are intelligent women who play an active part in their respective communities. These women are not in the minority. People rarely realize that the Miss America organization's stated mission is to empower young women to achieve their personal and professional goals, while providing a forum in which to express their opinions, talent, and intelligence. People never remember that Miss America winners have inspired women across the country. They forget that Heather Whitestone, the first deaf Miss America, was a role model for all physically disabled women, and that Marilyn Van Derber, a victim of incest, used her status to become an inspirational and highly respected role model for hundreds of survivors of sexual abuse. Many people in our society condemn beauty pageants for their superficiality, but in reality, these shows only reflect a dominant practice in our society, that is, our tendency to judge someone's character and competency based on their appearance. Perhaps we as a society should take a second look at these condemned competitions. We may find that they promote more than just a pretty face. The first beauty pageant was created in 1854 by P.T. Barnum of Ringling Brothers circus fame, when he invited women to flaunt their figures in front of a panel of judges. The event was hugely unpopular with the public. A quarter of a century later, in 1880, Rehoboth Beach hosted the first bathing beauty pageant as a way to promote business during the summer festival. After the success of this event, summer pageants at the beach became hugely popular, drawing female competitors from all over the nation. The Miss America pageant was founded in 1921. By the 1930s, the pageant had grown to include a talent portion for Hollywood scouts. Indeed, the pageant was so popular that it wasn't even canceled during World War II due to belief that the pageant would help strengthen the American spirit. The Miss USA pageant, as well as the international Miss Universe and Miss World pageants, emerged in the 50s as sexier versions of the Miss America pageant. The first Little Miss America pageant was held in New Jersey in 1960. It was quickly followed by the Miss Teenage America pageant and the America Junior Miss pageant. The Miss International pageant was also formed during this decade. The Miss Earth pageant, which promotes environmental awareness, wasn't created until 2001. The two major national pageants in the United States today, Miss USA and Miss America, differ rather significantly in their philosophies and procedures. The Miss USA pageant is a part of the Miss Universe organization, which is co-owned by NBC and Donald Trump. It is a traditional beauty pageant. Finalists are chosen through competition in the swimsuit and evening gown sections. The winner and runners-up are chosen after the interview portion. Each Miss USA winner then proceeds to the International Miss Universe competition. The Miss America pageant is, on the other hand, fairly different. It is actually considered a scholarship pageant, since the swimsuit and evening wear competitions are only 35% of the overall score used to judge contestants. The other 65% is comprised of the personal interview, the talent exhibition, and the onstage question. The primary prizes for the winner and runners-up are scholarships to the institution of her choice. The Miss America pageant, with its affiliates, is the largest provider of scholarship money to young women in the entire world. Most contestants are college graduates, so this money is most often used for graduate or professional schooling. I believe perhaps that the most knowledgeable voices on the benefits and detriments of beauty pageants are not scholars or media viewers, but actual contestants themselves. As Amanda Angelotti, a self-confessed teenage beauty pageant dropout and proud lefty feminist, stated in her recent article, "As an insider, I want to correct some of the most common misperceptions about Miss America's image of women, but I also understand some of the deepest flaws in the organization's brand of feminism. Like every institution and enterprise, beauty pageants are not without their flaws, but they also, despite their bad anti-feminist image, have some benefits. I am honored to know two former beauty pageant contestants. Annette Lee, my friend, classmate, and teammate, was Miss Teen Korea 2011 in the Miss Teen International pageant. Annette has been participating in pageants since she was in middle school. She claims that pageantry allows a girl to stand up on stage with poise and grace, as well as to bring out her inner self-confidence both on and off stage. As Miss Teen Korea, Annette's platform was to stop cyberbullying. She chose her platform because a friend of hers from middle school had recently committed suicide due to bullying via Facebook and Twitter. She promoted her platform by reaching out to parents and students in her community, as well as developing relationships with two national cyberbullying organizations. Most notably, she started a movement at her school, where students would take the first Monday of every month to write something nice about a peer via Facebook. Annette thinks there are many benefits to beauty pageants. Pageants boost one's self-confidence, teach public speaking and interview skills, encourage physical fitness, offer scholarship money for educational needs, create lasting friendships, and allow young women to speak about what is truly important to them. As Annette says, building a platform shows that pageant girls aren't just beauty, but also brains. They aren't those toddlers and tiara girls people usually associate pageant girls with. Rather, they are girls and women who work hard to spread their message about a certain topic throughout their communities.
Miss District of Columbia.
Mary Lamont representing the nation's capital.
Mary Charlotte Lamont. She lives in Clifton, Virginia, which I assume is a suburb of
Yes,
Washington, D.C. And you were recently graduated from Madison College. What did you study there?
Speech pathology and elementary ed.
And how did you become interested in speech pathology?
I was working with a little child teaching swimming lessons, and she had a really bad hearing defect. And I was kind of watching her change through therapy and improve her speech and communicate with people. And I wanted to help children do that.
I think that's a splendid idea.
Mary Oliverio, a speech and language instructor for Fairfax County Public Schools, and my mother, is also a former beauty queen. Her most notable title was Miss District of Columbia. Under this title, she won the honor of being the 6th runner-up in the Miss USA pageant.
And believe it or not, I did start when I was 6 years old. There was a Little Miss Made of Cotton beauty pageant. And then I didn't really do any beauty pageants until I became a teenager. And the reason I started doing it when I became a teenager was because I had become very shy, and I couldn't even talk on the phone. I was so shy. So I knew I had to do something drastic to get me through this, because I knew I would not go through life not being able to talk on the telephone. The number one benefit of being in a beauty pageant is public speaking. Beauty pageants force you to be able to think on your feet, to answer questions, to form an opinion about sometimes controversial things, and then be able to defend your opinion, whether you're going to be in the majority or not. One of them is social platforms, because women who don't normally have a voice all of a sudden become popular with the media, and they do have a voice, and they can bring forth an issue that they've wanted to talk about. It was quite an influx of money for me to finish my education. It was, and also to travel. I was able to take a trip to Italy on these funds too. So, which is another form of education, and one of the best, I think, is when you're traveling, to learn from that experience. I had been a victim of a crime as a young girl, and that's why I sort of pulled into a shell. And I would say the beauty pageants helped me gain confidence and come out of my shell. So for me, it was a positive situation. I needed the beauty pageant like therapy to help me become myself again, to be able to speak to people, and to be unafraid of people rather than drawn into a shell after I had been a victim of a crime. So Yes, the beauty pageant helped me build my self-esteem.
Beauty pageants, the exhibitions of perfect women, are by no means perfect themselves. The emphasis on feminine attractiveness and sexuality is degrading to the women who participate and detrimental to women across the world who are almost always judged on their beauty before they are appreciated for their intelligence, morals, and personal accomplishments. However, some beauty pageants, including the Miss America pageant, do make an effort to look beyond the hair and makeup and into the hearts and minds of contestants. Platforms allow women to express their opinions on important issues and become advocates for social change. Women learn and practice public speaking skills in both presentational and interview settings. Pageants promote physical fitness. They are also the foundations of lasting friendships. Through the scholarship funds of pageant organizations, women can also be offered educational opportunities that may have been financially impossible otherwise. However, perhaps most importantly, pageants help women gain self-confidence, something which the media and society are always trying to destroy. I don't think beauty pageants are evil events that purposely sabotage the feminist movement and female equality. If we look beyond the glittery facade of perfection, we realize that some pageants actually promote some important ideas and skills. But many of these talents and concepts can be promoted through other means. Competitive sports endorse physical fitness and healthy lifestyles. School clubs, such as Model UN, allow women to become public speakers and advocates for social change. Science fairs and other academic competitions with scholarship prizes allow women to further their education. So here's my radical idea. Let's televise these events instead. Let's boycott superficial reality shows and watch real women making real contributions to society. Let's move our societal focus from physical appearance towards important personal features such as intelligence or a dedication to community service. Who knows what sort of social change we can inspire?